Well, Dr. Mays, it's great to be here with you. This is the first time we're doing the Superintendent Talk with you.
Yes, ma'am. Glad to be here. Glad to represent Alief ISD.
Yes, looking forward to another school year. And how many years have you been with Alief ISD now?
So I am right at 2.5 years now. So I came in the middle of a year, but I just completed my first full year just recently.
Wonderful. What is it about Alief ISD that makes it unique and a standout from other school districts, do you believe?
Yeah, I think community, the idea of community and how we support each other and how we take care of each other. It doesn't matter what you're going through or what your challenge is, the community is going to rally around that and support you with overcoming whatever that challenge is.
Let's hop right to it. So the majority of the questions that I'm asking you today are from our annual back to school survey.
Okay.
These are directly from parents.
Okay.
I might have a few follow-up
Yes, ma'am.
questions for you, but these are questions directly from parents. And among parents' top concerns this school year, and as we found in past school years, is transportation.
Okay.
Does Alief ISD have enough school buses and, more importantly, enough drivers?
Yes, we have enough school buses and we actually have enough drivers. But the other part of it is that, even when we're short drivers, our drivers get a chance to, actually make overtime and support, some of the routes by picking up extra routes. And so we have enough buses, we have enough school drivers, and so we're looking forward to getting our students back and forth.
That's good. All right. We can get them to school on time and home in a reasonable amount of time, too.
Yes, ma'am.
Another thing that we heard from parents is about their financial hardships. Times are tough
Difficult.
right now, and wanting to know about free and reduced lunches. Is that any indicator to the district of the financial hardships the community is going through, looking at the request and the need for those school lunches?
Yeah, I think, free and reduced lunch is always an indicator of how we're doing financially. And so for Alief, we're right at about 88% of our students needing free and reduced lunch. And so we deal with that need, not just during the school year, but we also deal with it during the summer. And so we try to make sure that students are able to get food, even during the summertime. Recently, we did a health fair. Over 2,700 families came out. You could get food, you could get immunizations, you could get backpacks. That was just one, but we know that need exists just pretty much throughout our community.
For people who maybe aren't as familiar with the reduced or free lunch program, is that specific to just that one meal, or are there opportunities for breakfast, snacks, and so forth?
Yep. So there's opportunities for breakfast, lunch, and even a dinner option in some instances. We try to, of course, keep all of our students engaged. So students usually are here from sunup to sundown, or sometimes past sundown. And what we don't want is for a student to be operating on an empty stomach, because we know that they're going to perform better, especially if you got some food in your tummy.
Yes, we need them to be well rested and well fed.
Yes.
Those two things are important. I know you mentioned the event that was just held, the health fair. Are there other opportunities? Does the school district do food distributions, food drives?
Yeah, good question. So we actually have a food bank right here in the middle of Alief at Hastings High School. And so we provide opportunities for families to come through and pick up food and support themselves. We also have WHAM, which is West Houston Ministries. That's another place where our families take advantage of collecting free resources to support themselves. But it goes back to what I said earlier about Alief being a community. Like, everybody is wanting to support and help each other. So we got these resources, but we can always take more.
And especially during the tough times, the financial tough times.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think that's reflected too in a student's performance when the family's having a hard time making ends meet?
Yeah. No, of course, I tell people, like, I grew up with our family following the rent special. So, when you're trying to make ends meet, you're looking for the most affordable living situation. So as you move from one campus to the next, I may learn something here that they may not be doing at another campus, or I may miss something at this campus that they're doing at the other campus. So it's all impactful, but those economic challenges are what kind of drive sometimes those instructional gaps.
Have you seen the numbers fluctuate from year to year with the free and reduced lunches?
No, not since I've been here with Alief. You've seen it teeter around the 88 to 90%. So the 88% now is early. We still have families that will have the opportunity to apply and get the support. And so what I anticipate is that those numbers will continue to grow, unfortunately. But right now we're teetering around at 88 to 90% from year to year.
Let's shift our focus now to the classroom and those individuals at the head of the class. A parent who participated in our survey asked, will teachers and administrators be ready and prepared for this upcoming school year?
I hope so. No, I believe we're going to be ready. So of course, these last couple of weeks that we have before students come back, all we've been doing is training. So our teachers have been getting training, our principals have been getting training, our administrators have been getting training. So you try to front load all of that so that we can be well prepared to meet student needs. But even with that being said, things are going to come up, right? And guess what? We'll adjust and we'll give the training that we need to try to meet those needs too.
Another parent and survey participant wants to know, what is the district doing to ensure my student is prepared for the next school year and to continue advancing in their education?
Yeah, so for us, we are always looking at how do we meet students where they are and get them to that next place as quickly as possible, right? And so that goes back to the training piece that we just talked about for the teachers and the leaders that serve the students, because as we grow, so do our students. And so we're all about, continuous improvement and getting stronger by the day. But the stronger we are as students, or as basically students, we get a chance to grow and be able to support the needs that exist in our building. So I'm excited about those students being able to grow and achieve whatever it is that they want to achieve right here in Alief.
I know you mentioned there's a lot of prep going into the school year with training. That training is ongoing throughout the school year as well?
Yes, and it's really about finding the best instructional strategies to meet our student needs. Alief, we have 96 different languages spoken here in Alief, and so we have a lot of students that bring skill sets that, again, they come here, they have to learn English, but what people often don't realize is that student may already know 2 or 3 different languages, right? But we try to meet them where they are and again, help them acquire the English skills and then be successful within our schools.
I think that's what's so unique about Alief is its diversity. It really is the melting pot of the Houston area.
Yes, ma'am. I agree.
Let's shift to, in talking about the diversity, a parent wanted to know, how is Alief ensuring equity and inclusion for all of its students?
Yeah. So that's always ongoing, right? Like trying to make sure that you meet, those needs requires you to be a listener. And so what we always try to do is make sure that we set up ample opportunities to have dialogue with this diverse community so we can find out what the needs are. And so you asked about food earlier. One of the things that we recognized was that at one point, we were not feeding our student athletes, but through those conversations, we were able to learn that for years they hadn't had food. And again, you're here till 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night, but of course, immediately upon them telling us, we were able to provide that food. I'll be having listening, sessions throughout the year, but for me, that's the way you try to address those issues, is you try to sit and talk and listen so you can know what those needs are.
Let's talk about pay equity, and this is this is a very specific question.
This doesn't sound like a student question.
Very specific question from one parent who I believe works in education as well, who wanted to know, why does Alief underpay its paraprofessional staff? They acknowledge some pay increases for other staffers in the district, but wonder about paraprofessionals. How is the district compensating paraprofessionals and like support staff?
Yeah. So first, let me say that we have significant financial challenges, not just in Alief, but throughout, Texas, when you talk about the underfunding of schools, right? But we try to make sure that the resources that we have, we put them in areas of need. So recently, we did increase pay for paraprofessionals, right? Just because it was one of those areas where we didn't see a lot of those vacancies being filled. And so we have had to increase the amount that we pay paras, and so we see those positions actually being filled a little quicker. Is it everything that we want to do for the paraprofessionals at this point, or even anybody that's working here in Alief? No. Like, the more opportunities that we get to get funding from our state to support the needs of our professionals, the more we'll pay them. And so right now, we're just waiting on opportunities to see more money come to public education.
And paraprofessionals, for anyone who's not familiar, that support staff
Yeah,
within a
those are-
classroom, outside of a classroom?
So it depends. So sometimes paraprofessionals are within the classroom, sometimes they're in the front office, sometimes they're in this library that we're in. But paraprofessionals are like part of the glue that makes the system work. They're everywhere. And so again, we recently added, pay to some particular positions that are paraprofessionals, just because, again, we saw those vacancies, though they continue to exist. And so, but we recognize we've got to pay people so that they can take care of themselves.
Speaking of vacancies, how is Alief doing with teachers? Do you have enough teachers across the district?
So for me, I feel particularly proud about where we are. So I want to say last year when I first got here, we opened up with right at 165 vacancies. Previous year, we were able to get that down to, I want to say 122. So this year, we're opening up with, the last I checked, we were a little under 40 teacher vacancies. And so we know that if we have professional staff in the classroom, then we definitely can take care of the students that we have here. So we feel good about that.
What is the district doing to recruit teachers and retain and keep those teachers as well?
Yeah, so you said retention. Retention is a big deal for us. And so, like I said, last year we were right at about 18%. Our goal was to get under 15%, so we're right at 15%. What I tell people is that means that you got a teacher that's been with us for a little while and they know a little more. Even if they were a new teacher last year or new to Alief, they know more about Alief, they know more about our students, so they can more effectively meet the needs of our students. And so we've just been trying to make sure that we market, we communicate. We're proud to say that we have one of the best retention rates in Region 4, and we want to keep building on it.
Wonderful. What's the biggest challenge for Alief ISD? I know we can talk about budgets all day long and having the funds, but what's the biggest challenge for Alief ISD?
Yeah, I think that is it, right? Like I said, we can talk about it all day long because it is a challenge for not just Alief, but districts throughout the state of Texas. We have to see more revenue come into our system so that we can do more for the professionals that serve our students on a day-to-day basis. And guess what? We won't stop talking about it until it's something that gets fixed. Right now, we're trying to figure out every solution that we can. So like other districts, we've had to make cuts ourselves. But again, it's an ongoing challenge, and so we just need the help.
At the top of concerns for survey participants, also we found, who took part in this, is safety. And this is both the safety of everyone inside the school as well as outside the school. One parent asked, how will Alief ISD ensure the safety of its teachers, students, and staff from outside threats?
Yeah. So from outside threats, again, we have a wonderful police force. Again, that's one of those areas that we're always trying to grow and trying to strengthen. And so this year we added about 28 additional police officers in response to a recent House bill policy. And so we know that, again, there's going to always be issues that exist within the community that make their way into the school. And so our police officers are committed to doing whatever needs to be done to support the safety of our students and teachers. That's not something that I worry about, given Chief Dan Turner's history of more than 30 years of law enforcement in HPD and the time that he's had here with Alief ISD. So we're excited about that being something that we can rely on in Chief Turner.
What about fighting between students? What's being done to crack down on school fights and student discipline?
School fights and student discipline, one, you got to be present. To avoid students having issues within the hallway, bathroom, class, like the adults have to be present. And so we have a team that trains campuses on systems that they have to have in place to make sure that our hallways are safe, right? So when the bell rings, because that's what usually alerts the students to move from one place to the next, the adults have to move with them, right? And so we're making sure that we support campuses that may have had data where it indicated that there were fights or more fights than usual, to make sure that they have those systems in place. But you want to avoid a fight, you got to have an adult right there in the hallway or right there in the bathroom that support students going from one spot to the next.
Is that district-wide? Does it vary campus to campus?
That's a normal practice from campus to campus. When you walk around with us within our schools, we should be seeing, adults, those police that you just mentioned, people present, not in a way of like, policing or, keeping the students from doing what they would normally do, which is walking and talking and socializing, but being present just in case an emergency does arise.
Just improvements and upgrades that were on a list that the district is pursuing or has achieved or needs to continue to pursue.
Yeah, so I think we continue to have conversations throughout our community, and you try to, again, be responsive to what you hear. And so, believe it or not, we get a lot of concerns that are tabled about our stadium being as old as it is. And so recently, fortunate for us, we were working on putting up a new scoreboard. And so August 30th is the ribbon cutting, but the screen wasn't up when Hurricane Beryl hit, but it should be up in the next few days. And so we're excited about unveiling the new screen that's going to be at the football stadium, but we keep going out to try to learn more about what improvements we need to make to that facility.
It's interesting, a lot of questions about the athletic facilities. Alief is a big athletic community.
It is. We have lots of professional athletes that come from our community. I actually just got through having a conversation in the hallway with one of our basketball coaches, and so that history of our student athletes going out and being super successful is a big deal. We actually had one of our students and one of our professional athletes to come back during the hurricane to again set up an opportunity just to give back. So that's one of those things where, again, unlike many communities, like you get that feedback loud and clear from the parents, the students. So we want to make improvements on that. This morning we actually got a chance we have a national sorority, or Sigma Gamma Rho is hosting a national convention here, and so they gave us $25,000 for our natatorium.
What's going to be new for parents and students this year? Is there anything that's new or different that you want to get the message out about?
New or different, I think that it's building on what we were able to put in place, last year. I think that, we were able to bring our Alief parade back online, which hadn't been here, of course, for a while due to COVID. We introduced our Taste of Alief as a part of the parade just because, again, we wanted to celebrate all of the unique flavors and diversity that you have here in Alief, that, we just wanted to be able to build on that, right? So we saw lots of people come out for that. They wanted to, of course, do it again the next month, and it's like, no, we can't do that next month. But we are going to bring it back this year. It's going to be an annual event. Our Alief Proud is also something that's coming up. That's something that we will host, I want to say, coming up in October. And so these are things that we want our community to continue to rally around and take advantage of because we realize that the sense of community is just important. And so that's what we're looking forward to this year.
It sounds like when the district hosts a community-based event, people show up.
Oh, they do, but again, we know that there's even more opportunities to build community, right? So even as we talk about our ribbon cutting on August 30th, we want everybody to come out. The goal is to pack the stadium to really be able to celebrate what we're doing here at Alief.
What gives you the most hope in Alief ISD?
The people that I work with, on a day-to-day basis. I think that everybody in Alief wants to see Alief shine, right? Myself included. And so for me on a day-to-day basis, if I was coming to work with people that were down and out and miserable about the work that we have to do to make Alief be the best that it can be, maybe I would struggle, but no, every day I come in, I just got a lot of great people that show up every day to make the magic happen for our students. So that's the thing that gives me hope on a day-to-day basis.
There's a lot of pride in Alief.
Super pride.
That's phenomenal. And what's your message to students for this school year? What do you want to instill in students for the 2024-2025 school year?
For me, it's always about besting your best. It's like I want our students to be focused on doing better than whatever they did last year or whatever they did the day before, or whatever they did, the class before. Is really about doing your best. I had a chance to talk with one of our theater students just yesterday, and she was talking about how she made a mistake at the state competition. I said, well, guess what? Nobody knew about that mistake, but you reflected and you know that you made that mistake. The deal is to correct it and get even stronger when you go back to state this year, because I said, you're going back to state. So it's just really about, us being our best, competing hard every day, competing hard against yourself, competing hard against others. That's what it's about. And so if I could say anything to my students is, again, best your best and compete hard every day.